Cool. So we are going to take this into a whole lot of hip opening today because we're taking this toward Firefly here. Let me pull my mat over to the side. I don't quite like the position. There we go. So it's going to be a lot of hip opening. Definitely get into the hamstrings and the inner thighs, so be ready for that. As usual for this flow, we're going to start this out with a bunch of frog hops here. So just to review this, you're going to start in your downward facing dog. And keep in mind, you're going to take it back and forth. There's a few reasons for this. Part of it is to get used to putting some weight on your hands. Also to open up your hips a little bit. Now, when you hop this forward, the big difference here is the level that you take your feet up off the floor. So I want you to bring your hips up high, whether you're going to make this a big jump or not. And your feet don't have to lift that much, but I want you to land on your toes, heels up, land with the knees wide, put weight to your hands, and ideally you're pushing your hands to the floor enough that basically you're slowing down your landing and you're trying to land this silently. If you're on a wood floor, you shouldn't hear anything when you come down. So if you're going to keep it low, just take a look at my feet. Take an inhale. With the exhale, bend the knees, look forward, hop this forward, and just land it light, be bouncy, step it back because you're going to do it 2 more times. So it's 3 times each round. And if you want to take it to the other extreme, with the hips up high, you're going to take an inhale. With the exhale, bend the knees, look forward, hop this forward, and still land on your toes and land as lightly as you can. We're going to go back and forth on that 3 times, and after the 3rd hop, you're going to stay forward. We'll move through the rest of the sequence from there. Now, at the end of the flow, we're going to take this into crow, and we're just going to hold that for a couple breaths, putting weight on your hands, and then we're going to take this in toward the flying lizard setup to get into the inner thighs. And if you can take it even further still, you've got the option to bring this toward a half firefly shape, which of course will help you for the regular firefly once we get to that get into that at the end of class. So from here, you're initially going to take your crow with a forward fold, both hands down, lift your heels, knees to the arms, look forward, lean, don't overthink this, just go ahead and lift your feet together, big toes to touch, pull the heels in, we'll just hold this for a couple breaths, and then bring the feet back down. And then we'll set this right up for that flying lizard shape and at least get into the setup. You don't have to balance it. So I'm going to bring my left leg around my left arm, left foot between my hands from the front, right knee's going to touch my right arm from behind. I want you to lift that front foot and squeeze the arm that the leg's wrapped around. And just sink into this. You're just trying to feel this in the inner thigh, get the hip opening, and that is enough. If you're going to balance this, look forward, start to lean, lift the back foot. Shouldn't be too big a deal, but just work that as best you can. And then if you're able, if your hips are open enough, your hamstrings are open enough, maybe extend that front leg, reach to the big toe, and try to bring this into that half firefly shape. Now, if your hamstrings are real tight, if your hips are real tight, don't sweat it. Just come into the flying lizard setup, and that'll be enough. And we'll take it to the vinyasa from here. Now, you can just go ahead and release everything, step back to plank, move through the vinyasa. If you want, you can pull this in, lift up the crow, and maybe bring it back to chaturanga from there. So just work it as best you can. There's always some other way to make things more difficult if you like. So just feel things out and see how far you want to take things today. So to get this started, bring yourself to a seat. Now let's set it up cross-legged. So I want you to bring your right leg in first and then the left leg in front. And be sure you can set this up tall. If your hips are real tight and the knees are more than a few inches above the floor, slide the feet away from you a little bit. Let the knees go wide. On the other side of that, if you want to take this a little bit deeper, you can bring this into a double pigeon shape, bringing the left ankle up onto the right thigh. Now, if you're going to take that, keep the toes, left foot curled, keep the foot tense, so you're not just slumping into the ankle. But see it, both sit bones are down. It doesn't really matter if that knee's lifted, just as long as you can sit this upright. And then whatever you chose here, just bring your hands down to your sides just for some stability, fingertips to the floor. And keep your core engaged. Pull into the belly and run the low ribs. Reach the top of your head toward the ceiling, pull your chin in just a little bit. Relax your shoulders down, and then just close your eyes. So just give yourself a moment to settle in, let your mind quiet down. And then just start to deepen your breathing here. So with the inhales, pull in as much air as you can. Try to fill up your lungs, hold on to all that breath at the top. And when you exhale, constrict the back of your throat. So slow your breath down on the way back out. And just work to make your exhales last at least as long as the inhales as you breathe. And just keep breathing like this here to begin. Now when you're ready, take a deep inhale. And with the exhale, just open your eyes. And then set your hands behind you, lean back, reverse the cross. Bring your left leg in first, right leg in front. And again, you can take that cross-legged seat. Be sure you can sit this up tall. If you're going to take that double pigeon, go ahead and bring that right ankle up onto the left thigh. And again, get the right sit bone down. Now sit this up tall, engage through your core again. And then just take things slow. With an inhale, reach your arms up high. Exhale, hands down through heart center. Inhale, reaches up high. Exhale, hands through center again. Inhale, arms up high. Exhale through center. Inhale, reach up high. And then with the exhale, just lean to the right side. Bring the right hand down. Stretch your left arm, right gaze up high, and just hold here. Pull the left shoulder back and just stretch this out long. With the next inhale, back to center, reach up. And then with the exhale, lean this left hand down. Stretch your right arm, left gaze up high. Pull the right shoulder back and just keep breathing here. With your next inhale, bring it back to center, arms high. Now with the exhale, bring the hands down through center to the floor behind you. Lean back and go ahead and undo that cross. And then keep the hands behind. Now bring the hands in outside your hips. Palms to the floor, fingertips out to the sides. Lift your seat up off the floor. And then from here, just take this basically as a supported squat. So feet are within hip width, heels in, toes out, knees out wide. And then from here, we're just going to loosen things up. So just take it back and forth, the external rotation. So curl the toes up off the floor. And then one leg at a time. Bring your right knee out to the side as far as you can go. Try to keep your chest facing forward. And then go bring the knee back up. Left knee out to the side. Take it as far down as you can. And then come back to center here. Right knee out to the side again. Keep the foot tense. And then lift back up. Left knee out to the side. And then lift back up, set the foot flat. Right knee to the side one more time. And then lift that knee back up. Bring the left knee to the side one more time. And then come back to center. You're still lifted. Stay lifted between the shoulders. Now take it the other way. Internal rotation, one leg at a time. Now keep your left leg as is. But then fold the right knee to the left as far as you can. Try to pull your right shoulder back. And then come back to center. Bring the left knee over to the right. Pull your left shoulder back. And then set the foot flat. Right knee over to the left side again. And then set the foot flat. Bring the left knee over to the right again. And then set that foot flat. One more time with the right knee towards center. And then bring that foot flat. Bring the left knee over to your right side one more time. And then set your left foot flat. And then from here, bring the hands in a little bit closer. And bring your feet together. Now your seat's still lifted from the floor. Feet together, knees wide. Now work this as best you can. Press your hands into the floor. And then lift your heels. Come up onto the toes. Press your knees forward best you can. And then pull back in and set your heels down. Again, onto the toes. Lift your heels, knees forward. Pull back in and set your feet down flat. Again, heels up. Onto the toes, knees forward. Pull back in and bring the heels back down. Knees forward again. And then pull back in and set your feet flat. Now one more time, lift your heels, press the knees forward, hold here. Now if you can take it further, maybe let the knees go a little bit lower. You can lift your palms and come up onto the fingertips. Maybe engage your glutes and bring the hips up a little higher. And then slowly pull back in, bring it all back down. You can shake your hands out for a moment. And then once you're ready from here, feet in front of you about hips width distance, keep your feet flat. And then reach your arms forward, fold forward, and round between your legs. Now keep your spine rounded. Keep looking forward and keep reaching as far as you can. Now I want to take this, we're going to curl down, but only so far as you can lift back up. So take things slow. Keep your belly pulled in. And then start to round back. Bring your low back down toward the floor. Now just take it low, but only so low as you can lift back up, chin to chest. Reach forward through your fingers, lift back up, and curl between your knees. And then again, spine stays rounded. Roll this back, just take it nice and slow. Maybe bring your low back down to the floor. Keep your chin to the chest, keep reaching, and then come forward again. And we'll bring it back down, and then round your spine. Your head stays forward, your fingers are still reaching. Take it down slow. And then press forward through the fingertips and lift back up. We're going to do it 2 more times. Round your spine as completely as you can. Take it down slow. Chin to chest. Reach to your fingers, lift back up. And then one more time from here. Keep your spine rounded, take it back down. Keep stretching forward. And then just bring it all the way down. Once you're down, bring your arms out to your side, set the feet down flat, and then just twist a little bit. Fold your knees right and left just to loosen things up. And then just go ahead and bring this back into center, set both feet flat. Now I want to set this up for a variation of bridge from here. So just bring your arms down to your sides. And then I want to take this with a crossing the legs. So I want you to step your left foot into center. And then bring the right ankle past your left thigh like you're about to come into an eagle bind, but not all the way. Now just bring the ankle past the thigh. Underneath your bent right leg, there should be some open space. Now keep your legs pushing into each other from here. And you're trying to bring the knees in line front to back. Now keep your hands on the floor. Keep the legs pressing together. And we'll go up and down like this. So with an inhale, lift your hips and squeeze your glutes. Exhale, roll your spine down. Inhale, press your hips up high. Exhale, roll back down. Inhale, lift your hips up again. And then with the exhale, lower. Inhale, press up high. Exhale, come back down. Inhale, lift your hips up again. And then with the exhale, lower. Inhale, press up high. Exhale, come back down. Inhale, lift your hips again. Hold this time. Now keep your glutes squeezing. Keep lifting. Right leg pushes into the left. Try to point that right knee straight up toward the ceiling. And just keep breathing here. Take an inhale. And with the exhale, come all the way down. Now once you're down, switch it out. Right foot comes down to the mat, in towards center. And then bring the left ankle past your right thigh. Now underneath your bent left leg, make sure there's a little bit of open space. And then keep the tension with the legs pressing into each other so they're in line front to back. And just like before, with an inhale, press your hips up high, squeeze your glutes. And then roll back down. Lift your hips up again. And then roll back down. Press your hips up high. And then lower back to the mat. Lift your hips up again. And then roll this back down. Now press your hips up high and hold here. Now keep lifting, keep your glutes squeezing. Left leg pushing into the right. Try to point that left knee straight up. And just keep breathing with this. Take an inhale. With the exhale, bring it all down. Now once you're down, bring your knees to your chest. Bring your hands to your knees. Squeeze everything in tight. And just breathe here as you press your spine down flat. And then go curl up into this. Lift your head, lift your shoulders, bring your nose close to your knees. And then go ahead, roll forward and come up to a seat. Now once you bring this up, we're going to take this into a reclining position. So I want you to extend your left leg straight, keep your right knee bent. Come down on the left arm, right hand in front of your chest. So you're going to be on your left hip. Now the left leg stays extended, keep the toes pointed out to the side. Right foot stays on the floor behind your left leg. Now go ahead, press into the mat. Lift your hips up as high as you can, keep them lifted. And we'll work on that left foot. So lift the left foot up high as you can go. And then set it back down. Left foot up high. And then set it back down. Lift the left foot again. Come back down to the floor. Left foot up high. And then bring it back down. Left foot up one more time. Keep it lifted here. Now hold this. We're going to go further, pulsing that foot up higher on my count. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then bring everything down. Once you come down, just come up to a seat. And of course, we got to take it on the other side. So roll down onto the right side. Right forearm to the floor, you're on the right hip, right leg extended, toes stay pointed to the side. Left foot behind the right leg, set the foot flat. You go ahead, press into the mat. Lift your hips up, keep them lifted. And then work the right leg this time. Right foot up as high as you can go. And then set it back down. Lift your right foot again. And then down to the floor. Right foot up high. Bring it back down. Lift the right foot again. And then set it down. Right foot up one more time. Hold here. And pulse it higher. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then come back down. Once you're down, just come up to a seat. Shake your legs out for a moment. But we're not quite done. Come over to your left side again. So on to the left hip, left leg extended, right knee bent, left forearm down, right hand in front of your chest. Now this time, we're going to make it a little bit harder. Step the right foot in front of your left leg. Now go ahead and lean into this. Press into the floor. Lift your hips up and keep them lifted. Work on the left leg again. Left foot up off the floor. Set it back down. Lift your left foot and bring it back to the mat. Left foot up. Set it back down. Lift the left foot and set it down again. One more time, lift the left foot, keep it lifted. Now you can press your left leg into the right, that might be enough. If you can go further, pulse the foot higher. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then come back down. Bring it into center, shake your legs out a little bit if you need to. That could be a little bit cramp inducing. Then we'll take it to the other side. So come down onto the right hip and onto your right forearm. Left hand in front of your chest, left foot in front of the right leg. Now press into the floor, lift your hips and keep them lifted. And then lift the right foot up off the floor. Set it down. Right foot up again. And set it down. Lift the right foot. Back to the mat, lift the right foot again. Set it down, right foot up. Set it down, lift up one more time, hold here. Now maybe just press the right leg into the left or pulse the foot higher. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then come back down. Just come back to center, shake your legs out for a moment, let your inner thighs just loosen up. And then when you're ready, go ahead, cross at the ankles, roll forward your hands and come into all fours. Now once you're in all fours, just move around, stretch your hands, stretch your fingers, let the shoulders and hips move a bit. And then just bring this into center. Let's take this into the wrists. So wrists meet the shoulders, knees and hips here to set this up, palms facing down. Rotate your fingertips out to the side and then in toward your knees as far as you can go. Set your hands flat, spread the fingers wide, dig your fingertips down. Grip the mat, press your spine up toward the ceiling. Now just start out here with the hands tense, circle your shoulders with your wrists. That might be enough. And if you can take it further, just come into center with the arms still straight, slide your knees back as far as you can without the palms lifting. And just hold here. Keep the hands tense, keep your fingertips pressing down. Now it's enough just to have the wrist stretch, but if you want to take things further, stay stretched out like this. And then one leg at a time. Step your left foot out to the side, just set the foot down flat. And then bring the knee back down. Right foot out to the side, set the foot flat. And bring the knee down to the floor. Left foot out to the side again. And then bring the knee down. Right foot out to the side. And bring the knee back to the mat. Left foot to the side one more time. And bring the knee back down. Right foot out to the side one more time. And then set the knee. And then come up onto the fingertips and bring the hands right in front of your knees. Now once you bring this in close, flip the hands over. Backs of the hands down, palms up, the fingertips point toward you. Spread the fingers wide. Keep the fingertips pressing down. Maybe just stay here and sway the shoulders side to side. You can go as light as you like. Maybe bring more weight to your heels. If you can take things further, lean forward and maybe put just a little bend in the elbows. And keep your fingertips pressing down like this. Now as you hold this, just keep your chest facing the floor. And if you can take things further, hold the tension in your hands. But then lift your legs one at a time. Touch the left knee to your left palm. Just bring it forward. And then set the knee back down on the mat. Right knee touches your right palm. And then set the knee down. Left knee to your palm again. And bring the knee back to the floor. Right knee to your right palm. And set it back down. Left knee to the left palm again. Set it down. Bring your right knee forward. And set it down. Left knee forward again. Keep pressing with the fingertips. Set it back down. Right knee forward again. And set it down. Left knee forward one more time. Set it back down. Right knee forward one more time. And bring it down. Come up onto the fingertips and down to sitting on your heels. Take a moment, shake your hands out. Loosen your fingers and loosen your wrists. And then once the hands are ready, come back to all fours. And we'll take this more into the upper body. So we're going to come into dolphin pose. I want you to bring both forearms down. Now you can set up with the forearms parallel, palms down, or push the palms together to see if the elbows stay shoulder width. When you're ready, tuck the toes of both feet. Lift your knees and bring your hips up high. Walk the feet in. See about getting the hips as high as you can. Now keep your hands pressing down. You can just hold here and hang your head, and that's enough. But if you can take it further, I'm going to cue this into dolphin push-ups. So for that, with an inhale, bring your chin as far forward as you can. And then press back, hips up high. Forward for 2. And then press it back. Forward for 3. Press it back again. Forward for 4. And press it back. Forward for 5. Press it back again. Forward for 6. And then press back. Forward for 7. Press it back again. Forward for 8. And then press back. Forward for 9. Press it back again. And then forward for 10. Press back one more time. Set your knees down. Come back up onto your hands. And just take a moment here and all fours move around. All right, now that's just a little bit of an intermission here. We're not done with the dolphin. So when you're ready, bring the forearms back down. And find that setup again. Keep the elbows at shoulder width. Tuck the toes, both feet. Lift your knees, bring your hips up high. Walk it in, get the hips up as high as you can. Now just keep your hands pressing down. And now this time, inhale the right leg up high. Bend the right knee, hang the right foot left. Move scorpion, the shape. And then reach the right leg straight up. And bring your foot back down. Left leg up high. Bend your left knee, hang your left foot right. Reach straight up with the left leg and bring the foot back down. Right leg up again. Scorpion. Bend the knee, hang the right foot left. Reach the right leg straight up and set the foot down. Left leg up high. Bend the knee, hang the left foot right. Straight left leg and bring the foot back down. One more time, right leg high. Bend the knee, come into scorpion again. Straighten the leg up and bring the foot back down. One more time with the left leg, reach up. Bend the knee, hang the left foot right. Straight leg, and then bring the foot back down. Now still in dolphin, let's take this in toward baby crow. Keep your hands pressing down, heels lifted, bend the knees. Walk your feet forward, knees toward the armpits. Now let your thighs come around the sides of your ribs. And once your knees touch your arms, look forward. And then lean forward. As best you can, try to balance this. Let the feet lift, your face will still be close to the floor. And then release, bring everything down. And come back to all fours. And then from all fours, just take a moment here, move around. Stretch your hands, stretch your fingers with the shoulders and hips, move side to side. Just breathe and stay loose. Now you can just take a break if you need to, or you can take another stretch before we move on. But once you're ready, tuck your toes, straighten your legs, hips up high, find your downward facing dog. Now once you move into position, take a look at how you set it up, hands shoulder width distance apart. Flatten your palms, feel weight on the base of your thumbs. Now let your chest sink low, but reach your hips up high toward the ceiling. Keep that long reach, pulling through the belly around the lower ribs to help extend your spine higher. And now if you need to, you can always bend the knees if your legs are tight. You can pedal out and keep moving side to side. When you're ready here, take an inhale. And then with the exhale, just bend the knees, look forward, step to the front, take a ragdoll fold. Now feet about hips width distance apart, deep bend in the knees, let your belly touch your thighs. Let your head hang, let your spine round. And let everything go long and loose and let the muscles in your neck relax. Now you can hang your hands to the floor, maybe reach to opposite elbows and shake this side to side to loosen further. And then when you're ready, just release any grip that you have. Keep your knees bent to begin. And then just restack your spine slowly around this upper standing. Bring your head up last. And just open up your palms at your sides. Now when you're ready, with an inhale, reach your arms up high. And then with the exhale, bring your hands down to heart center. Take a moment to breathe, set an intention. Let your mind clear, find your focus. Take a deep inhale. And then with the exhale, just release your hands. With the next inhale, reach your arms up high. And with the exhale, slowly fold this forward. Hand to the hips, start with a straight spine, put a little bend in the knees. Keep your core engaged, move smoothly, and then just release at the bottom. Now with an inhale, lift up halfway, fingertips to the floor, to the shins, lengthen forward through the crown of your head. And then with the exhale, just bring your hands to the mat. Let's step it back to high plank. Now find your shape. Sink the shoulders, palms press to the floor. Press the floor away from you and press your spine up toward the ceiling. Stay lifted. Take an inhale here. And with the exhale, slowly bring your shoulders forward as the elbows bend. Keep your body in line. Elbows pulled into your sides and lower with control all the way down into your belly. Now once you're down, flatten the feet out behind you. Hands under the shoulders, elbows into your sides. Up and down through low cobras. With an inhale, just peel up your head, neck, and chest. Exhale, roll this back down. Inhale, peel this up again. And then with the exhale, lower. Inhale, peel up one more time and just stay lifted. Now keep the lift in the upper body. Press your feet down, squeeze your glutes. Take some or all the weight out of your hands. Elbows at your sides, draw the shoulders back, look forward. And then lift it up higher. Take an inhale. Exhale, roll back down. Hands under the shoulders, elbows into your sides, palms down to the floor. Let's take it to upward facing dog. With an inhale, straighten your arms. Pull your chest forward. Let your hips hang, stay on the tops of your feet. Keep your legs active and lift your knees. Take it further. Kick your feet down. Squeeze your glutes. Pull your hips forward. And stay lifted, straight arms. Lift from the shoulders. Keep your neck nice and long. Keep your chest pulling forward. Deep inhale. And with the exhale, pull your belly. Hips up high to down dog. Paddle out. Let your hips move side to side. And we'll take it through the sun salutation. See a steady movement. Take a deep inhale. Now with the exhale, just bend the knees. Look forward, step or float to the front. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, fold back down. Inhale to standing, reach your arms up high. With the exhale, fold all the way back down again. Inhale, halfway lift. And with the exhale, hands to the mat. Chaturanga's next. High plank to low. Now with an inhale, open up your chest, lift your gaze up, dog or cobra. Exhale, pull your belly in, hips high to down dog. 2 more times, keep it steady, take an inhale. With the exhale, bend the knees, look forward, step or float. Inhale, lift halfway up. Exhale, fold down. Inhale to standing, reach this up high. And then exhale, bring it back down again. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, hands to the floor, high plank to lows next. With an inhale, open up, pull forward. And then with the exhale, draw it all in and bring hips back up. One last round, take an inhale. With the exhale, bend the knees, look forward, step or float. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale to standing, reaches up high. Exhale, all the way back down. Inhale, halfway lift here. And then with the exhale, set the hands, chaturanga. With an inhale, open up, pull forward. And with the exhale, draw it all in. Lift your hips back up. And just find your downward facing dog. Breathe here. All right, now we're starting each sequence of those hops, keep in mind. So there's going to be 3. High or low, press into your hands, land on your toes, land with the knees wide, and take it as light as you can. So deep inhale. With the exhale, bend the knees, look forward, hop it forward, land light, and then step it back, hips up high. 2 more times, take an inhale. Exhale, bend the knees, look forward, hop this forward. Step it back again, hips up high. 1 more time, take an inhale. With the exhale, bend the knees, look forward, hop forward. Now this time, stay at the front. Step the left foot down between your hands. That'll be your base. Right knee to your chest. Take hold of the right knee. And let's bring this up all the way. Now once you come upright, just take a moment, slow your breathing down. Dig that left big toe into the floor. And then when you're ready, right hand to your hip. With your left hand, hold the right knee, pull it up high, bring it in close. And this might be enough. Now if you can take things further, you can reach the left hand to the right big toe. You can use the grip and pull the knee up higher. Maybe extend that leg forward and up. Just keep your balance. And if you want to take it further, whatever grip you have, maybe reach that right arm high. Just keep your balance, keep your gaze forward, keep breathing here. Now still balancing, hands to your hips, right knee still lifted. Switch it out, set your right foot down. Come to standing with your left knee high. Now dig the right big toe down. Once you've got your balance, line the left knee up with the right. And then take a dancer variation. Reach back with the right hand, find the inside edge of your left foot. Once you've got that grip, bring the knees in line. Now 2 choices with the left hand. You can keep that hand to your hip. This will be easier. If you're worried about losing your balance, you can always reach a hand to the floor. But if you're able, reach that left hand back, take hold of that foot with both hands. Now wherever you take this to, keep your chest open, shoulders back, keep your gaze forward. Put a little bend in the right knee, and we're going to hinge back and forth. So hinge to the right hip. Bring your torso forward, but lift the left knee behind you. Keep your gaze forward. Just take it slow. And then come back up the vertical and bring the knees in line. Again, hinge from the right hip. Keep a little bend in that knee. And just bring yourself down to where you can control. Keep looking forward. Back up the vertical with your knees side by side. 1 more time. Hinge from the right hip. Look forward. Shoulders pulled back. Left knee lifts behind. Hold here. And then slowly, we're going to go from here to a high lunge. So put a deeper bend in the right knee. Release your left leg. Step it back long. Hands to your hips. And take a moment to adjust. Now, deep bend of the right knee. Left leg towards straight, heel lifted behind. Pull the left hip forward, right hip back. Be sure your hips are square to the front. Keep your spine upright. When you're ready, with an inhale, reach your arms up high. Exhale, vertical twist. Right arm back, left arm forward. Open up to the right. Inhale to center, reach up high. Exhale, twist again. Right arm back, left arm forward. Inhale to center, arms up high. Exhale one more time. Right arm back, left arm forward. Hold here. Now keep your chest open. Keep reaching wide. And look over the right shoulder. Take it deeper. Half bind. Right arm behind your back. Palm face away. Pull that shoulder back. And bring the left arm down past the right thigh. You can bend that left knee a little bit. Now keep your spine tall. Stay upright. Keep the right shoulder pulled back. Hold your twist. Keep your left hip pulling forward and keep breathing here. Now that right arm stays bound. Slowly release your twist. Turn back to center. Both hands to the low back. Elbows wide, shoulders pulled back. Keep your chest open. And let's take it to the back leg. Dip your left knee low just above the floor. Come back up and keep your spine vertical. Again, left knee down just above the floor. And then lift back up again. One more time. Sink down. Just hover the knee above the floor. Hold here. Left hip forward. Right hip back. Shoulders pulled back. Pulse into the back leg on my count. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Set your left knee down. Now keep your hips stacked over the left knee, flatten the left foot behind you, and keep your shoulders pulled back. We're going to take a half split setup from here, so lift the toes of the right foot. Slide the right heel forward, straighten the leg. Now dig the right heel down, rotate the big toe toward your midline. Pull the right hip back, left hip forward, hips are still squared, both feet pressing into the floor. Keep your shoulders pulled back, keep your chest open. We'll go back and forth from here toward a halfway fold, so hinge from the hips. Lead with your chest, come down toward halfway, just come down to where you can. And then lift back up and bring your spine to vertical. Again, hinge from the hips, shoulders pulled back, come down toward halfway. And then bring it back up. Again, hinge from the hips, keep looking forward, fold to where you can. And then back up to vertical again. One more time, hinge from the hips, bring this forward and hold here. Pull the right hip back, left hip forward, right big toe still rotates towards center. Now, if it's too intense, you can always put a little bend in the right knee. You want to feel that stretch on the back of the right thigh, and that's good enough. If you're losing your balance, you can always bring your left hand to the floor inside the right leg. But keep the right hip pulling back, left hip pulling forward. Still keep breathing here. Now everybody take an inhale. With the exhale, both hands down inside the right leg. Now bend the right knee, bring the right foot back behind your hand, step the left foot forward next to the right, forward fold. When you're ready, take an inhale, lift it up halfway. And with the exhale, set your hands, we're going to take it to crow, palms down. Grip the floor, heels up, knees touch the arms. Keep your hips high, start to lean forward, shoulders forward, bend the elbows back, and lift your feet together, toes to touch, pull the heels up toward your seat. And then bring the feet down, take that flying lizard setup. Bring the right leg around your right arm. Right foot between your hands from the front. Left knee touches the left arm from behind. Now lift your right foot, squeeze the right arm with your leg, and just sink down. That's good enough. If you're going to balance it, lean forward and lift your left foot. Now if you want to take it even further for half firefly, extend that right leg forward, reach to the big toe. That inner thigh will be working and you won't be holding the shape. Just take it where you can here and keep breathing. When you're ready, go ahead and take it to your Vinyasa. All right, bringing this to the other side. Again, we'll start with those frog hops. Wait, it's going to be 3. Land them light. Take an inhale. With the exhale, bend the knees. Look forward, hop forward. And then step back, hips up high. Deep inhale. With the exhale, bend the knees. Look forward, hop this forward. Step it back again, hips up high. One more time, take an inhale. Exhale, bend the knees. Look forward, hop forward. And stay at the front. Now set the right foot between your hands. That'll be the base. Left knee to your chest. Take hold of your left knee and let's take it all the way up to vertical here. Just go slow. Dig the right big toe down. Slow your breathing down. Ooh. Now once you got your balance, just bring the left hand to your hip. With your right hand, hold the left knee, bring it up high, pull it in close. Good enough here, just keep yourself balanced. If you're going to go further, right hand to your left big toe. You can pull the knee up higher or extend the leg forward and up. Keep that right big toe on the floor. And if you want to take it further, go ahead and reach the left arm high. Just stay here. Now still balancing. Hands to hips, left knee still lifted for a moment. And then go ahead, set that foot down, come to standing with your right knee high. And dig the left big toe into your mat. When you're ready, line the right knee up with the left. And reach back with your left hand, find the inside edge of the right foot. We'll take that dancer variation. Two choices with the right hand. You can keep the hand on your hip, or reach back and take hold of the right foot with both hands. Now bring the knees in line, keep your shoulders pulled back, look forward, keep a little bend in your left knee. Back and forth here, hinging. So hinge from your left hip, chest forward, lift the right knee behind, just take it down to where you can. Nice and slow, keep looking forward. Come back to vertical with the knees in line. Again, hinge from left hip, chest forward, look forward, just take it to where you can. And then back up the vertical with the knees side by side. One last time, hinge from left hip. Let the right knee lift behind as your chest comes forward. Keep looking forward, keep breathing here. And then slowly from here to a high lunge, put a deeper bend in your left knee. Release the right foot, step it back long, hands to your hips. And take a moment to adjust. Now pull the right hip forward, left hip back, keep your hips square to the front, keep your spine upright. When you're ready, with an inhale, reach up high. Exhale, twist, left arm back, right arm forward, open up to the left this time. Inhale to center, arms up high. Exhale, twist, left arm back, right arm forward again. Inhale, reach up, back to center. Exhale, twist, left arm back, right arm forward, hold here. Now keep your chest open to left, take your half bind, left arm behind your back, palm face away. Keep that shoulder pulled back. Bring the right arm down past your left thigh. You can always bend that right knee, but keep your spine upright. Keep your chest open to the side and keep the right hip pulling forward. Just breathe with us here. All right, now the left arm stays bound. Slowly turn to center, both hands behind your back. Elbows wide, shoulders pulled back, keep your chest open. Now the hips square, take it to the back leg. Dip your right knee low just above the floor. And then lift straight up. Right knee down low, keep your spine vertical. And then lift back up again. Right knee down one more time, hover above the floor, keep your hips squared and hold. And then pulse up and down. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Right knee down, right foot flat behind. Everything's vertical from the right knee up. Keep your shoulders pulled back. Take your half split, lift the toes, left foot, slide that heel forward. Now dig the heel down, rotate the left big toe toward your midline. Left hip back, right hip forward, chest stays open. Back and forth from here to the halfway fold. Hinge from the hips. Lead with your chest, keep looking forward. And then bring yourself back upright. Again, hinge from the hips, chest open, come down toward halfway, and then lift back up again. Hinge from the hips, bring it down toward halfway again, and then lift back up. One more time, hinge forward, keep your chest open and hold here. Dig into the left heel, pull that left hip back, right hip forward. You can bend the left knee if it's too intense, but feel the stretch on the back of your left thigh. If you're losing your balance, just bring the right hand to the floor inside your left leg. But hold the tension and keep breathing here, keep looking forward. Now take an inhale. With the exhale, both hands come down inside your left leg. Now bend the left knee, bring the left foot back behind your hands. Step the right foot forward next to the left forward fold. And then take an inhale, lift halfway up. With the exhale, set your hands, let's take it back to crow. So dig your fingertips down, heels up. Knees touch the arms. Hips high, lean forward, look forward. Lift your feet together, toes to touch, pull the heels up close. And then set your feet down and let's take it into flying lizard. Left leg around your left arm. Left foot between the hands from the front. Right knee touches your right arm from behind. Lift your left foot, squeeze that arm. And if you get a balance it, lean forward and lift the right foot. If you want that half firefly, extend the left leg forward, reach for the big toe, and just hold here. When you're ready, take it through your vinyasa. Once you find your down dog, move around, breathe. All right, again, back to the frog hop. Still land this light. Take a deep inhale. With the exhale, bend the knees. Look forward, hop this forward. Step it back, hips up high. Deep inhale. Exhale, bend the knees. Look forward, hop forward. Step it back, hips up high. Deep inhale. With the exhale, bend the knees. Look forward, hop forward. And stay at the front. Left foot between your hands, that's your base. Right knee to your chest. Come all the way up to standing. Slow your breathing down. Press that left big toe down into the floor. Once you're your left hand to your hip. And with your right hand, pull your knee out to the side and keep that hip open. Now keep your gaze forward and go back and forth hinging here. Keep a little bend in your left knee. And then take it slow. Hinge from your left hip. Look forward. Come down toward halfway with the right hip still open. And then bring it back up the vertical. That right knee stays out to the side. Again like that. Hinge from left hip. Bring yourself forward toward halfway down. And then come back up the vertical again. One more time. Hinge from left hip. Look forward. Bring it down toward halfway. Back up the vertical. Right hip still open. Ooh, let's see if I can hold this here. Now go ahead and bring the right knee forward. Bring your hands to your hips. Let's switch it out. Right foot will be the base. Come to standing with your left knee high. Now once you got your balance here, we'll just take this right into dancer. Line the left knee up with the right. Now reach back with your left hand. Find the inside edge of your left foot. Line up the knees once you've got that grip. Now just look forward. Reach your right arm high. And then kick into left hand. Lean forward against the tension of the kick. Now keep a little bend in the right knee. Hinge from the right hip. Pull your left shoulder forward. Your hips are going to stay towards square. Keep your gaze forward and just take it down to where you can. Keep breathing here. All right, slowly from here, we're going to move into a straddle. Put a little bend in your right knee. Release your left leg. Step the left foot back, open up to the left side. Let's take that wide stance. Now, heels in, toes out. Feet as wide as your hips allow, both legs straight. And then bring your hands to your low back. Now, interlace your fingers, pull the palms together. Keep your shoulders pulled back and keep your chest open. Now, from here, take it halfway down. Hinge from the hips, look forward, keep your chest open. Just come down halfway. Inhale, bring yourself all the way upright. Exhale, hinge forward again, just toward halfway down. Inhale, bring it all the way back up the vertical. Now, one more time, hinge forward and hold here. Now, keep your chest facing down. Keep looking forward. Keep your shoulders pulled back. And then we'll take a deep side to side. So deep under the right knee, sink low to the right. Left leg stays straight. And then come back to center. Your chest is still facing down. Deep under your left knee, sink low to this side. Press into your left foot and come back up to center. Deep under the right knee, try to take it down lower inside the right thigh. Press into your right foot, back up the center here. Deep into your left knee, sink low to your left side one more time. Press into your left foot, both legs straight. Now one more time, sink over to the right. Take it down as low as you can. Now stay low to the right, keep the knee bent. You can hang your head down, round your spine, maybe press your knuckles toward the ceiling. Stay deep inside the right leg and just breathe here. Now take an inhale. And with the exhale, just stay to the right, but bring both hands down to the floor. Now let's take it a little bit deeper here. You can bend that left knee a little bit if you need to, but stay low to the right. And then bring the right arm underneath the right leg. Now you can bring that right hand down to the floor. Keep the right inner thigh pulling into the side of your ribs. And that's good enough. Now if you can bind this, reach your right arm around the right thigh. Hook the leg with your arm. Maybe complete the bind. You can reach the left hand back and find that grip. Keep the right thigh pulling in. Keep your head low. And if you want to take it deeper, with the right thigh squeezing in, maybe work to straighten your right leg a little bit or a lot. But just keep breathing here and keep your torso over to the right. Now take an inhale. And with the exhale, just bring both hands down to the floor. Keep your hips up high. Walk your hands over to the left side. Now set your left hand flat inside your left foot. Keep the left arm inside the left leg. Now the right hand is just for support. Lift the palm, come up onto the fingertips of your right hand. And then lift your right heel. Now drag the right big toe over, hips up high. Keep your weight focused on the left side. Left hand and left foot pressing down. Now you keep the right hand on the floor if you need the balance. But if you're able to take it further, take a half bind. Bring the right arm behind your back, palm face away. And keep that shoulder pulled back. Now keep looking down at your left hand and left foot. Keep the hips up high. Hover the right foot up off the floor. Now, if you can go further, bend the right knee, pull the heel toward your seat. Further still, point that knee toward the front of the mat. Now, if you can move with this, keep your balance, but extend the right leg straight out to the side, reach to your toe. Bend the knee, pull the heel back in. Right leg out to the side again. Bend the knee, bring the heel back in. Right leg out to the side. Bend the knee, bring the heel in. Right leg out to the side again. And then pull the heel back in. One more time, extend the right leg to the side and hold here. Keep that hip lifted, keep that right leg reaching. And just keep breathing. Take an inhale. Now with the exhale, bring the right foot down, right hand down as well. And then walk your hands to the front of the mat. Step the left foot forward next to the right forward fold. When you're ready, take an inhale, lift it up halfway. And with the exhale, set your hands. Let's take it back to crow. Dig your fingertips down, heels up, knees touch the arms. Hips high, lean forward, and then lift your feet together. Toes to touch, pull the heels up close. And then bring your feet back down, take it into flying lizard. Right leg around your right arm. Right foot between the hands from the front. Left knee touches your left arm from behind. Lift your right foot, squeeze the right arm, sink into that. And if you're going to balance it, lean forward and lift your left foot. If you're going to take it further, half firefly, extend the right leg forward, reach for the big toe. And then take it through another vinyasa. All right, let's go ahead and even it out. From your down dog, last round of the frog hop, still land it light. Take an inhale. With the exhale, bend the knees. Look forward, hop it forward. And then step it back, hips up high. Deep inhale. Exhale, bend the knees. Look forward, hop this forward. Step it back again, hips up high. Deep inhale. With the exhale, bend the knees. Look forward, hop this forward. And stay at the front. Right foot between your hands, that'll be the base. Left knee to your chest. Come all the way up to standing. And just take it slow. Dig that right big toe down, slow your breathing down. Now once you're ready, right hand to your hip. Pull the left knee out to the side and keep that hip open. Keep your gaze forward. And again, we're going to hinge this back and forth. Put a little bend in the right knee. Now hinge the right hip. Bring your torso down toward halfway. Just take it to where you can. And then nice and slow, come back up the vertical. And that left knee stays at the side. Again, hinge on the right hip. Bring it down toward halfway, keep looking forward. Back up the vertical. Left knee to the side, keep that right big toe pressing down. One more time. Hinge to the right hip. Bring your torso down toward halfway. Back up the vertical. Left knee to the side. And then just slowly bring that left knee into center, hands to your hips. Switch this out. Left foot will be the base. Come to standing with your right knee lifted. Now once you're stable here, bring the right knee down in line with the left. Reach back with the right hand. Let's take it to dancer. Take hold of the inside edge of the right foot. Line up your knees. Left arm reaches high. When you're ready, kick into the right hand. Lean against the tension of the kick. Pull the right shoulder forward and keep a little bend in that left knee. And just take it down to where you can control. Keep looking forward. Keep breathing here. All right, slowly, we're going to go from here to that straddle stance. Put a little bend in your left knee. Release the right leg. Step it back, open up to the side. And take a moment to adjust. So the feet are set wide. Heels in, toes out, legs straight. Take it as wide as your hips allow. And then bring your torso upright. Bring your hands to your low back. Interlace the fingers. Find the interlace that feels strange. Pull the palms together. Keep your shoulders pulled back and keep your chest open. Now from here toward that fold, take an inhale. With the exhale, hinge from the hips, lead with your chest, look forward but come down halfway. Inhale, bring this all the way upright. Exhale, hinge forward toward halfway down, keep your shoulders pulled back. Inhale, lift back up one more time. And then with the exhale, hinge down halfway and hold. Keep looking forward, keep your chest facing down. Shoulders pulled back. And let's take it side to side. Deep into your left knee, sink low inside the left thigh. And then keep the fold. Press in the left foot, come back up the center. Deep under the right knee, sink low to the right. And then press into the right foot, come back to center here. Deep under your left knee, bring it down low. Shoulders pulled back. Press into your left foot, lift back up. Deep under the right knee, take it down low inside the right thigh, chest still facing down. Press into the right foot and come back to center. One more time, deep under the left knee, come down low. Now sink low inside the left thigh, stay here. Now you can let your head hang, you let your spine round. Maybe press your knuckles toward the ceiling, but again, stay low inside the left leg, just breathe with this. All right, now from here, bring both hands down to the floor inside your left leg. Now keep it low. You can always bend that right knee, move around a little bit, but let's take it toward the bind. When you're ready, bring the left arm underneath your left leg. You can just keep that hand on the floor and keep the left inner thigh pulling into the side of your ribs. Now, if you want to take it further, take the bind, wrap the left arm around the left leg, palm up and behind, and use that hook of the arm to keep the leg pulled in. If you're going to take the full bind, reach the right hand back, find that grip. And if you want to go deeper, with the left thigh pulled in, maybe work to straighten your left leg. Just take it to where you can and keep breathing here. Take an inhale. Now, with the exhale, just bring both hands down to the floor. And then once your hands are down, walk your hands over to the right side. Now, plant the right palm flat inside the right foot. Keep the right arm inside the right leg. And with your left hand, just lift the palm and stay on your fingertips. Use that hand for balance. Now, lift your left heel. Drag the left big toe over so your hips lift. And just feel this out here. Keep the right hand and right foot pressing down. Now, if you need the left hand on the floor, that's fine. But if you can, take a half bind. Bring the arm behind your back. Keep the shoulder pulled back. Keep looking down at the right hand and right foot. Now, to go further, hover the left foot up off the floor. Take it further. Bend the knee, pull the heel toward your seat. And if you can go further, point that knee toward the front of the mat. Now, if you can move with this, keep your balance. Back and forth. Extend that left leg out to the side. Reach through the big toe. Bend the knee, pull the heel back in. Left leg out to the side again. Bend the knee, bring the heel back in. Left leg out to the side. Bend the knee, draw the heel in. Left leg out to the side again. Bend the knee and bring the heel in. One more time, left leg to the side and hold here. Keep that hip lifted, keep reaching through the left big toe. Take an inhale. With the exhale, left foot down, left hand down. Now, once you come down, turn left, bring your hands to the front of the mat. Right foot steps forward next to left. From your forward fold, take an inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, set your hands, let's take the crow one more time. Dig your fingertips down, lift your heels. Knees touch the arms. Look forward, lean, shoulders forward, elbows back. Go slow, lift your feet together, toes to touch, bring the heels up close. And then bring your feet down, take it to flying lizard one more time. Left leg around your left arm. Left foot between the hands from the front. Right knee goes to the right arm from behind. Now lift your left foot, squeeze that arm and sink down, good enough. If you're going to balance, lean forward and lift your right foot. If you want half firefly, extend the left leg forward, reach to the big toe, just hold here. And then when you're ready, take it through your last vinyasa. All right, now from your down dog, let's take it to half pigeon. With an inhale, raise the right leg high behind you. And with the exhale, bring it forward, right knee behind the right wrist, right ankle somewhere behind the left. Now go ahead, bring your left knee down, flatten the left foot behind. Pull the left hip forward, keep the hip squared, keep that left hip in line with the right. Sink your weight straight down, find some of that stretch on the right side toward the outer hip or toward the glutes. And you can stay upright. Maybe take it deeper toward a back bend. You can always melt down to the elbows. You can take it down all the way. Take the version that suits you best here. And just breathe with this. Keep your hips squared, left hip forward, and both hips sinking down. All right, if your hands are forward, walk them in close. Tuck the toes of your left foot and release the right leg. Just shake it out. We'll take it to the other side. Once the right foot's down, inhale the left leg high. And with the exhale, bring it forward. Left knee behind your left wrist, left ankle somewhere behind the right. Go ahead, bring your right knee down, right foot flat behind. Pull the right hip forward, keep it in line with the left, and sink your weight straight down. Now again, keep your hips squared toward the front. Feel some of that stretch on the left side, outer hip toward the glutes. And again, stay upright. Take it up to the back bend. Or melt it down to the floor. Just take it to where you need to here. All right, again, if your hands are forward, walk them in close. Tuck the toes of your right foot. Release your left leg, shake it out. Now, once you bring your left foot down, keep your hips up high. And just walk your feet forward. We're going to take this into Firefly, so we're going to start with the wide-legged forward fold. So once you walk your feet into center, just set them up so the feet are a little bit wider than your hips, heels and toes out. And keep your fold. Keep your hips high and stay loose, bend into the knees. Now to take the deep fold, walk your hands between your legs. As best you can, try to keep your fingers pointed forward. If that's too much on your wrists, then go ahead and rotate to the sides, but no more than 90 degrees right or left. Now, when you're ready, walk your hands back, press the fingertips down, pull your torso down between your thighs. You're trying to get the shoulders between your knees or get as close as you can. Now, once you can't fold any deeper, keep your fingertips pressing down and look at the floor. And then all at once, you're going to drop the palms to the floor, bend the elbows, sit on your arms, and keep the knees squeezing toward your shoulders. Now, you should be sitting on your arms. If your butt's on the floor, you kind of got to do it all over again because there's nowhere to go. However, if you're still lifted, you got two choices. You can bring the feet together, take it to the arm pressure pose. So you hook at the ankles, use that hook to squeeze the legs in, and this will keep you balanced. And if you want to take it all the way to Firefly, keep the inner thighs engaged, squeezing into your sides, but point the toes, and maybe straighten the legs out just a little bit, maybe a lot. Just take it to where you can. You don't have to be completely straight, but you have to keep the inner thighs pulled in. I'm going to recommend you keep a little bend in the elbows, keep your chest facing down. And then whenever you're ready, go ahead, release, and come down to a seat. Now, once you take this down to the floor, we're going to take one more entry from here, and this is going to be from seated. Now, if you don't think you're going to bring this all the way up into the arm balance, that's all right. Just work this as a hip opener. So just keep your knees bent and keep your knees wide. And then bring your torso forward, bring your arms forward. Now, one leg at a time. So with both hands, lift the right foot, bring that right leg up over your arm, and you're trying to get the knee close to the shoulder. Just get as high up as you can. Now, once the leg doesn't go any higher, press the right arm into your right leg, set the right hand on the floor to keep the leg hooked, and then with your left hand, bring the left leg up onto your arm. Now, keep your elbows pressing to your thighs, both hands down to the floor, and use this to deepen your fold. Try to bring your torso forward between your thighs, and just rock back and forth. Now, from here, the entry, we're going to do this on 3, moving back and forth with the hands coming down. On 3, what I want you to do is squeeze your inner thighs towards center and reach forward to your toes. So back and forth. 1, 2. On 3, squeeze the legs in, shoot your toes forward. And if you get the timing right, it should be enough to lift yourself up off the floor. Not the easiest entry. When you're ready, set everything back down. Let's take a moment, shake your legs out a little bit. Now you're welcome to work that further, but if you're ready to move on, go ahead and bring yourself all the way down onto your back. And then pull your knees into your chest and squeeze everything in tight for just a moment. All right, when you're ready, just release your grip and bring your feet to the floor. We're just going to take one long round of back bending here. I'll start the cue with bridge and then lead it into wheel. You can take wheel from the beginning if you like, and you can always stay in bridge. You don't have to take things any further than you want. But just set it up with your feet about hips width distance. Bring your heels in close so your low back starts basically flat. Arms at your sides, palms down, keep your gaze high. Now when you're ready, with an inhale, press into your feet, lift your hips, squeeze your glutes. And just keep that tension, keep your hips pressing up. And this is good enough. Now to deepen your bridge, bring your hands underneath your hips. Interlace your fingers, pull the palms toward each other. You can work your shoulders further behind your back to open up your chest even more. Keep the glutes squeezing, keep your hips lifting, and keep your hands pressing down. Now, if you're going to take it from bridge to wheel, just keep the hips lifted and release your hands. So the hands come down around your head, press into your palms. When you're ready, you can always lift to the top of your head, and then straighten the arms when you're ready. Hips toward the ceiling, chest toward the back of the mat. Now, keep your glutes squeezing. You can always lift your heels in either pose, but hold the tension in the glutes. And for wheel, to take it deeper, reach from the shoulders into your palms. Open up your chest as much as you can. Try to push your hands down through the floor. And wherever you take this to, just keep breathing here. Take an inhale. With the exhale, bring everything back down to the mat. Now, once you're down, draw the knees into your chest. Squeeze everything in. And then go ahead and release your left leg. Extend it out fully. Left arm down to your side. Right arm inside the right leg. Take hold of your big toe. Now, once you got the grip, pull down. Keep that hip on the floor. And extend your right leg straight up as you're pulling down with your right hand. Now, somewhere in that, find that stretch in the back of the right thigh. So the knee might be bent, and that's fine. Just keep the tension. And if your right leg is straight, draw the big toe directly over your shoulder. Keep breathing here. Now, if you want to keep things as is, this is good enough. But if you want to switch the grip, keep the right leg extended as is, whether the knee's bent or the leg straight, and bring the left hand to the outside edge of your right foot. Right arm comes down to your side. Now, with the left hand, draw the right leg across your body, but only so far as your right shoulder still presses into the floor. And just feel how that changes the stretch. Keep breathing here. Take an inhale. With the exhale, just release. Pull both knees to your chest, squeeze in. Let's switch it out. Extend your right leg this time. Right arm down to your side. Left arm inside your left leg, find the big toe. Once you got that grip, pull down, keep that hip on the floor, and extend the left leg up as you're pulling down. Now, somewhere in between that, find that stretch in the back of the left thigh. Breathe into it once you feel it. If your left leg's straight, draw the big toe directly over your shoulder, and just breathe here. Now again, if you want to stay as you are, that's fine, but if you want to switch the grip, keep the left leg extended as is. Right hand comes to the outside edge of your left foot. Left arm down at your side. And then with the right hand, draw the left leg across your body, but keep that left shoulder pressed into the floor, and just breathe with this. Take an inhale. With the exhale, just release. Draw both knees in. And then let's take it to happy baby. And now reach between the knees. Take hold of the outside edges of your feet. And then stack your ankles above your knees. Now pull down on both sides. Draw the knees down toward the floor, outside your ribs. Press your feet back up into your hands at the same time and keep the tension working both up and down. Flatten your spine. Sink your tailbone toward the floor. And if you want to take it further, you can rock this a little bit side to side. Further still, you can extend your legs out against your grip. And then finally, take a deep inhale here. Draw down as much as you can. With the exhale, just release. Extend your legs out fully. Lay your arms at your sides. Open up your palms toward the ceiling. And then just let your eyes close here and let your body settle down into the mat. And then start to move bit by bit, fingers and toes, arms and legs. Take a deep inhale, reach your arms out long past your head. And then draw everything back in. Bring the elbows toward your chest. Pull your knees up as well. And just find your way up to a comfortable seat. Ground yourself into the mat here. Stack your spine. And then bring your hands up to heart center. Now take a deep inhale here. Hold on to the top. And then just let everything go. Thank you for joining class. Namaste.